parts that inshallah we're going to talk about. Inshallah. Now go ahead.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الناس كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين إنما يأمركم بالسوء والفحشاء وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون. O people, eat of the lawful and pure things in the earth, and follow not in the footsteps of Shaitan, for surely he is your open enemy. He only commands you to do evil and commit acts of indecency, and to ascribe to Allah the things concerning which you have no knowledge.
Inshallah, in this ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is commanding us, encouraging us, teaching us what we should do while this man. At the same time, he's warning us from our greatest enemy that will cause corruption on us, and we can take that corruption, establish it on this land. It's also prohibited by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He said subhanahu wa ta'ala in this ayat, Ya ayyuhan nas, he called upon the people, and the call wasn't limited to the believers, rather it was for mankind at large, because living on this earth is for everybody, and the rules of the regulations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth were all the same in those rules and regulations. That's why he said subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya ayyuhan nas, calling people, all of them together. All of them together. Here also there's a message that there is no difference when it comes to human beings. When it comes to mankind, there is no differences. We're all the same. We're all from Adam. As the Prophet ﷺ said, Kullukum min Adam wa Adam min Turab. You are all from Adam. All of you are originated from Adam alayhi salam, and Adam is from the dirt. Then there is no difference between us. The differences that happened between us was made based on our choices that we make. Based on the choice that we made. That's the only time that you'll find differences between people. The real differences. Color is not different. Height is not different. Being rich or being poor is not different. These are things that if you see yourself into it, you cannot change it, because this is how you are created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is how you are going to be called as a human being. Your color, your height, the way you look will not seize the name of, human being from you. So you're a human being. So there's no difference into this. And nothing will change when this happens. What will make changes is when it comes to the faith that you will choose. Faith that you will choose. And here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not talk about the faith, or he did not separate the people based on their faith. Rather, he called them, all of them, by the name of humanity. Ya ayyuhan nas. After he called them here, this call is not a call of honor. The way he calls the believers, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu. This is a call to command them. It's a call to remind them. It's a call to put guidelines for them how to live on this earth. And what are the things that they should be running away from. This is the reason of this call. And he said, after he called them, Ya ayyuhan nasu kulu mimma fil ardi halalan tayyiba. O people, eat what is in the earth, what is in the earth, or eat from the earth, whatever is halal and pure. It's as if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that there are things that are created for you to use, and there are things that are created for you not to use. Or there are things that were created for you to eat, and there are things that are created for you to use in a different way, but you cannot eat it. Not everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created is bad. Everything that He created has a reason for its existence in this life. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, out of the things that He created, He put them into categories. A category of halal, which is something that we are allowed to eat, and a category that we are not allowed to eat it, but we are allowed to benefit from it for different purposes. For different purposes. So here, somebody may come and say, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose this and He didn't choose this? But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything, and He chose everything. Everything is in the right category, because the one that created is the one that can separate the best. So He put some things that we can eat and something that we should not eat, but at the same time we can benefit from it in different ways. So the examples of the things that we can eat, such as all the vegetables, all fruits, when it comes to halal, that is halal. And when it comes to also meat, also all meat is halal except the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put exception on, and His Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Because the origin of everything that we consume, everything that we eat is halal. Till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it's haram, then it becomes haram. But you cannot see something before knowing the rule, jump and say is haram. The origin for that is halal till you find something that said is haram. Now when it comes to what we eat, and the one that is kind of like complicated is when it comes to meat. When it comes to meat, that's the reason why the meat is categorized in Islam into three categories. Number one is the meat that is halal, the meat that is haram, and the one that we have doubt, the one that is not clear to us that is haram or is halal. So the one that is halal is one of these three animals, or one of the animals that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said they are halal, which are well-known animals such as camels, cows, and sheep, and which means goat and lambs and so forth. There are birds that are also halal. Generally, all the birds are halal, and there are animals that also are not part of the Bahimatul An'am, but they're also halal. But at the same time, there are these things that are halal. There is a procedure. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it should be done this way. If it is done this way, then is originally halal, and also the procedure that you did also is halal. That become halalan tayyiba. It become halalan tayyiba. It's halal and it's pure. It's halal and it's pure. For example, the difference between what is halal and is not pure, and what is halal and pure is cow is halal. When somebody buy a cow, slaughter it, and say Bismillah, is halal. But somebody also can steal a cow and slaughter it, and also is halal. But it's not tayyib, it's not pure. It's halal, if I eat it, it's halal, but it's not pure, because the way that was the process that took place in order to have access to eat that was haram, was not good. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to do what is halalan, to eat what is halalan tayyiba. So halal tayyiban is the one that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala originally said is halal, which is the animals that were made halal for us. At the same time, the procedure of getting into or like making those animals available to be eaten also was done Islamically. So that is halalan tayyiba. And the halal that is not tayyib is the animal is halal, but there's something went wrong while this procedure is taking place. And no one can say is also haram. That is halal. That is halal for the one that will eat it, but also the one that did the procedure has wrong. But don't get me wrong. This is different between the halal and also the shubha and also haram. So the halal is the one that the animal is halal, and also the slaughtering of the animal was done Islamically. This is halal and tayyiba, and nothing went wrong in obtaining or in owning the animal. This is halal and tayyiba. Halal and tayyiban also can be somebody have this animal, but the way they own this animal also was haram. But that haram cannot make this animal to become haram. It's going to be halal, but it's not going to be halal and tayyiba. The second category is something that is haram. Something that is haram is also categorized into two things. An animal that is originally haram, which is pigs and any animal that is haram. These are haram by themselves. These are originally haram. Nothing can make this animal halal, even if you slaughter it and say Bismillah. It cannot be halal except if a necessity took place. In that case, it will be limited. It will be open to fulfill that necessity. Other than that, that animal cannot be halal whatsoever. So that is a clear haram. The second level of haram is the animal that is originally halal, but the way of slaughtering it was haram, or it was not slaughtered. That also will remain haram. For example, we have a cow, and this cow died by itself. This is mayit. This is maita. That's a dead animal. It cannot be called halal. It's haram. Even though the cow itself was halal, but now what will give us access to eat from that meat was not done, which is to slaughter Islamic and say Bismillah. So there is a second level of haram that also cannot be halal anymore, except if there's necessity. Now you come to the one that is we are not certain about, is doubtful, is something that you cannot clearly say is halal or is haram. That is a doubtful. Islamically, no one can jump and say this is halal or this is haram. The example of that is an animal that was brought to us by somebody, unknown person, and we don't know if this was slaughtered Islamically or not. For example, to be practical, you go to Woodman's, you see an animal, you see chicken, you want to buy it. You will ask yourself, is this halal or is haram. You cannot just say it's halal, and you cannot also say it's haram. The reason is you don't know if that animal has the proper procedure to make it halal, or if this animal doesn't have the proper procedure to make it halal. You don't know. So in this case, you will treat that animal as shubha, as something that is unclear. So saying is haram is very dangerous. Saying is halal is very dangerous. So you keep yourself away from making it halal or making it haram. That is very important, because in Islam, no one has the right to say something is halal or something is haram except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Anyone who said is halal or is haram have to bring a proof from the Quran or from the Sunnah that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said this, or the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said this. In this case, we can take that. But if not, you cannot just jump and say because your understanding or the way you wanted to say is haram or halal. That is totally wrong. So this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us here. Ya ayyuhan nas, kulu mimma fil ardi halalan tayyiba. Anything that is in the earth, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it for us and is useful for us. As we said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made some of them for us to eat and some of them to benefit, but in different ways. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't create all these things just to decorate the earth or to decorate the world, but everything has a reason. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited us to eat like scorpions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibited us to eat like snakes. But today, people, they can kill the snake or the scorpions and take the poison of it and scientifically use it for something that can kill a virus or can kill something as a medicine, or poison, even poison sometimes. So all these things are beneficial, but we don't know it. So then, whatever you know about what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created is a rahmah, is a mercy for you. But also whatever you don't know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it, you don't know the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created it, also is a mercy for you. But whenever you discover that, you will see how much Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is merciful upon you. But you don't discriminate what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created, or just to blame Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for why He created such a things, because of everything has a reason. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a reason for everything that He created. So then He gave us a command. كلوا مما في الأرض حلالا طيبا ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان. Now, He told us to do something and to avoid something else. He said, eat from what is halal and pure for you, but do not follow the shaitan. ولا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان. And here He did not say do not follow shaitan, but He said do not follow the footsteps of shaitan, because shaitan has so many footsteps that are confusing, and this is very dangerous to the societies. Shaitan will put very confusing footsteps for you. Shaitan will design so many false designs for you. Shaitan will beautify things for you to follow. But all those things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, as long as it's from shaitan, you do not follow it. The question will be, how do you know if this is from shaitan or from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The way to know it is very simple. Number one, anything that is not from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most likely from shaitan. It's most likely from shaitan. So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, eat from what is pure and halal and do not follow shaitan, because anything else is from shaitan. Anything else that against what I said is shaitan. Then the principle of knowing what is for Allah and what is for shaitan, just know what Allah said subhanahu wa ta'ala, what He permitted, what He allowed you to do. If you know that anything that against that, you don't have to doubt this is from shaitan. And if you know it's from shaitan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لا تتبعوا خطوات الشيطان, do not follow the footsteps of shaitan. And this is something that people often make mistakes in. They come to you with something that is not in the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, such as things that we eat or sometimes things that we do. As long as you don't find a deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that doesn't mean that it's prohibited. But if you find the opposite of it in the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you have to determine that this is prohibited. This is the principle that you should use. For example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, do not eat pork. He did not say eat pork, but shaitan will tell you eat pork. Then how would you know this is shaitan? With your little knowledge, just go to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said and avoid anything that somebody else said, regardless how much they are going to beautify it. Because of beautifying it or encouraging the people or confusing people, that itself is a work that shaitan established. It's a work that people do for shaitan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ. And the reason why he warned us from following footsteps of shaitan is, إِنَّ الشَّيْطَانَ لَكُمْ عَدُوٌّ مُبِينٌ. Shaitan is your great enemy. Is your great enemy. And if something is your enemy that does not want your success, shaitan is our enemy, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said he does not want us to succeed. He failed the responsibility Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave to him. He wants us also to fail the responsibility we have been given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you want to know your enemy, is shaitan. Is your great enemy. It's very clear that shaitan is your enemy because he wants to put you in the hellfire with him together. So if what you're afraid the most is the hellfire, then you should be afraid of anything that will lead you to the hellfire. And shaitan and his footsteps lead you only to the hellfire. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from the shaitan. That's the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whenever you recite the Quran, Allah wants you to say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Because the Quran leads you to Jannah. And shaitan will do whatever it takes to stop you from doing that. So, there's a contradicting things here. The Quran and shaitan. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to have his protection before beginning reciting the Quran, in order to have the complete reward and the benefit of the Quran, including the blessings that may lead you to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to his paradise. Then you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, or A'udhu billahi as-samil alim minash shaitanir rajim. If you wake up in the morning, you say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, A'udhu bi kalimatillahi tammati min sharri ma khalaq. You seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan in the morning, and you seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan in the afternoon. When you go to sleep, you seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan. In everything that you do, ask Allah to protect your children, your family from shaitan. Maryam alayhi salam, when he gave birth to Isa, she asked Allah subhanahu, Imran, the mother of Maryam, when she gave birth to Maryam, she said, Allahumma inni u'idhika biha min ash-shaytanir rajim. Oh Allah, I ask you to protect my daughter from shaitan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَتَقَبَّلَهَا رَبُّهَا بِقَبُولٍ حَسَنٍ. Allah accepted that dua that she made. Then you should always seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan, but also you should do the same for your family, because shaitan is your enemy. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought another reason for us to avoid shaitan, another reason for us to avoid shaitan. He said, إنما يأمركم بالسوء والفحشاء وأن تقولوا على الله ما لا تعلمون. He said shaitan command us to do three terrible things. Three terrible things that shaitan commands us always to do. Number one, he said, إنما يأمركم بالسوء. He will always command you the directly or indirectly to do something terrible, something bad, something evil. Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran that He did not command us to do bad. And shaitan is commanding us to do something bad. Then here you only need to know what are the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and whatever is against that or contradict that, you should avoid it. Know that is from shaitan. Number one, إنما يأمركم بالسوء. Shaitan commands you indirectly or directly to do anything that is bad, is evil. Shaitan commands you and encourages you to do it. And when I say directly, it can be something that you know is bad, but shaitan will pump you to make it happen while knowing that it's bad. And sometimes you don't know that it's bad, but shaitan will beautify it for you to a point that you will be attracted to that. At the end of the day, you will do it, then you will regret. This is directly or indirectly. This is what shaitan does in all kinds of evil. Shaitan will test you. If shaitan sees that you are capable of doing bad things directly, he will encourage you and keep you upon doing that. If he knows that you will hesitate to do something bad, terrible, evil directly, he will use another route. He will go in a different way to trick you, to make you fall into that. These are the way that shaitan works with you. So number one, shaitan commands us to do something evil. That's number one. Number two, al-fahsha. Fahsha is any shameful act. Any shameful act is fahsha. Anything that is shameful for a person to do after seeing people knowing that you have done this and is shameful, that is al-fahsha. So shaitan wants you to do something that is shameful. Because if you hide something that is shameful, you become guilty. And if you're guilty, you will work day and night, even if you have to lie, to hide what is the shameful thing that you did, you will continue doing that. You will continue doing that. So shaitan wants you to stay on shameful act, because that guilt will keep pushing you to do more and more and more in order to avoid people knowing or seeing the bad thing that you have done, and that will not help you to recover or to retrieve from the bad things that you are doing. So that is number two. Number three, which is the scariest one, is وَأَن تَقُولُوا عَلَى اللَّهِ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. And shaitan also will command you, will encourage you to say something about Allah that you don't know. To say something about Allah that you don't know. Because that is prohibited. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not want you to say something on behalf of Him that He did not say. At the same time, He did not want you also to say something on behalf of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam that his Prophet and Messenger did not say. In this matter, shaitan wants you to say that and to do that. Because of that is where the innovation starts. And innovation is one of the most corrupted ways and actions that will bring deviation within the Muslims, and also will divide the Muslims, and also will shift the Muslims away from the straight path to the corrupted path. So these three things, keep them in mind all the time. That shaitan will attack you, using one of these things, or commanding you, or pushing you, encouraging you to do one of these three things. Number one, to do evil, directly or indirectly. How would you avoid that? Is to know what Allah said about that, and don't care about anything else, because anything else that opposes that is from shaitan, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the su, that is the evil. The second one is al-fahsha, shameful act. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to stay away from shameful act. And shaitan wants you to do shameful act. And it's a trap for shaitan. If shaitan makes you do something that is shameful, he will keep you. He will hold you. It's a setup, because he will threaten you that if you do not continue doing this, or if you don't hide this, you may lose your dignity within within your community, within your people. And if that is in your mind, you will keep, even if you have to do evil to cover yourself, if you have to lie to cover yourself, if you have to cheat to cover yourself, if you have to betray to cover yourself, if you have to, spread rumor to protect yourself, you will, because you are hiding something that is shameful. And Shaitan knew that. So he wants each one of us to fall into those shameful acts. And if you see something, if you do it, you don't want other people to know about it, avoid it, and know it's Shaitan who is driving you to do that. That's number two. Number three, do not say anything about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you don't know. Do not say anything about the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam that you don't know. These are the three things that Shaitan will use against you. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us safe from Shaitan. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the strength to be able to identify the tricks of Shaitan and stay away from it. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqa warzuqna ittiba'ah warina al-batila batila warzuqna ijtinabah wa sallu wa sallimu ala Muhammad ibn Abdullah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walah. Inshallah, if you have any question, we have 5 to 10 minutes of questions. Inshallah, we'll take your questions.